found something in the Goblin tunnels.
Found what? What did you find?
It's an effect that Bilbo doesn't understand, and I don't even think he particularly likes the effect that it's having on him. But he knows it's there, you know. And it's in evidence when he's fighting the spiders, and the fact that he goes into a murderous killing rage in order to retain possession of this ring, and then when he is able to relax from it and be relieved, he's horrified at what he's just done, or horrified at what he wanted to do in order just to maintain this ring. Yeah, as we know, that it's a very, very powerful talisman, and it affects all of those who come into contact with it, you know. They all have to hold on to it. You know, he almost tells Gandalf that he's found it, but then he bottles out at the end and just thinks that there is something about the ring that makes you want to keep it to yourself. So, yeah, it's interesting to play that stuff.
Come now. Don't be shy. Step into the light.
First of all, yeah, I kind of started out with the book, and my dad read this to me when I was a kid, and it was the first piece of literature that I ever really had as a sort of imaginary landscape in my head. It made a big impact. I really sort of fell into the story. He's a great actor, so he was doing all the voices and characterizations and brought the world to life, and I kind of, you know, this is a homage to him, really, and he was the first person I told about, you know, getting the gig. In a very acty way, he was like, oh, well, maybe I should be going up for it, because we got very similar voices. We get recognised for each other on the phone. But I started with the book, and it's such a good ground for any kind of character research or basing, you know, your work on. So detailed. And then, of course, I'm a mammal biped trying to play a serpent reptile, so and a fire-breathing, flying mythical one at that, who can talk English, and probably other things as well. Probably telepathic for all we know. He's a very smart cookie or dragon. And I worked very hard at. Well, I did a sort of good drama school actor thing and went to the zoo and looked at some real-life lizards and bats and birds. I really did. I wanted to physicalize him as well, so I talked to Peter about not just doing the voice, but motion capture as well, to give the boys at Weta, you know, some kind of launch pad to, you know, work from, and also just for me to ground the voice in a physical reality, so it wasn't just doing it in the dark, so to speak, or disembodied. And out of that, it just kind of evolved, and I just kept on reminding myself of the scale of this creature and the ego of this creature, and you can really let loose when you do that. And it's, I don't know if you've been to a motion capture stage before, they call it the volume in New Zealand, and it's just this very boring room where you get your sort of social security kind of place. It's just, you know, grey carpeted, nothing, and bland decorations, fireproof roof and a few lights. But if you look closely, you've got the infrared cameras picking up every sensor movement on your ridiculous pyjama suit with sensors, with reflectors on it. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. You know, you have no continuity, no other actors, no makeup, no costume to worry about, nothing, not even any marks or camera angles or anything. So you're just free to play like a kid in a bedroom, and that's kind of what it was. So it evolved out of that, you know, talking with Peter.
Into the barrels, quickly. Are you mad? They'll find us. No, they won't. I promise you. Please, please, you must trust me.
I think he's become much more part of the group by film 2. They actually, well, some of them, more than others, but some really, really care about him. I think Thorin has a begrudging respect for him, but still they're never going to be pals, I don't think. But yeah, he's working his way into the group gradually, yeah.
Hold your breath.
Hold my breath? What do you mean?